I'd always been competitive. I always wanted to win. And I don't think that was particularly healthy. It was, in many ways, over competitive. I was angry when I lost my grandfather. Angry with myself, angry at the world. But I didn't think my behaviour as I got older, I didn't associate it with being angry. I liked drinking because it changed the way I felt, allowed me to feel more like I wanted to feel. Driving the car was okay. We were driving fast, but it was crazy, and it also made me feel different inside. But then if somebody got in the way, it wasn't just, oh, they're in my way, or it was really, they're in my way, and swearing and screaming and shouting and waving hands and really over the top for the situation that we were really in. I'd throw my phones across the room, throw things into walls, I'd punch walls, I'd punch windows through, I'd be punching fences. If I'd argue with my girlfriend, then obviously I would never hit her, but I had constant cuts on my knuckles where I'd hit something. Not constant, but it was a more regular thing than it really should have been. I'd be chewing pint glasses and breaking pint glasses. I'd be doing what seems now to be a little bit crazy. The behaviour wasn't right. But at the time, I actually thought it was normal. What I was doing was actually making me feel good, but it went over into every aspect of my life. I got wound up with people. I couldn't cope with people or their behaviour. If it didn't fit in with my behaviour, I wouldn't just be, oh well, and kind of judge them. It would really get to me. And, I'd in one way or another, I'd have to deal with it. And with the situation I found myself in, the ideal way of doing that was to get away from it. I'd be angry with my partners, and numerous partners, when they'd be complaining that I wouldn't spend time with them. Not understanding that they simply wanted to spend time with me. And when I did spend time with them, I was angry at the fact I was being made to spend time with them. I just wanted really to be in the pub with my mates, talking shit, drinking, and really escaping from how I felt. At 19 years of age, the fighting started with my father over work. I moved out with friends because we were physically fighting. It went on and spilled over into every part of my life. It is normal. It is normal for us to become angry, but we get over it. And I never seemed to get over it. And if I was angry about one thing, as with stress, I'd stack it on top. So if somebody upset me about something one day, I'd remember that. And the next time something would happen, I'd add it to the last time it happened. And this just went on and on and on. And in the end, it was just completely unmanageable. My whole life was just anger-filled. But I couldn't show that because it's not socially acceptable to be that angry person outwardly. If I'd gone to my local pub and I'd been that angry, drunken guy, then I understood that I really would have messed my life up because nobody would have wanted to talk to me. Eventually, I had nothing to say, I think, that anyone wanted to listen to, really. But I was sitting in a pub and I felt all alone. I was very angry and I couldn't tell anybody. It was eating me from the inside out. Added to the stress and everything else that had been going on, and was just getting bigger and more difficult to deal with in my life. In the end, it was impossible to cope.